these are the cards you're dealt. Play them. That is one of the most interesting quotes I've ever heard. It comes from Alex Hormozy, who I'm a big fan of, but it really struck a chord with me. And the reason why is he was talking about how people like to talk about how advantages or disadvantages are the reason why people are where they are today. And when you're not winning, when you're not achieving your goals or living a dream, it's easy to validate that by saying, oh, it's because I'm this. It's because I had shitty parents. It's because I had a crap childhood. It's because I never got the opportunities that these other people had. And it is true. That stuff does play a part. And so what? And that awoke me. But then there was this other thing that he talked about how other people, when people reach their goals and achieve their dreams and actually do what they said they were going to do, people go, well, it's because they had that. It's because they were rich. It was because they're white or they're straight or they're male. It's because they had all these other advantages that I don't have. And the answer to that is yes. Yes, they did. And so what? And that really resonated with me. But then what Alex Hormozy said after that is something I will forever remember. And he said, there are some people that have those advantages, that have those privileges, if you will, and are too scared to play them because they're scared that other people will say that it was because they had those advantages if they win. And I was like, holy shit, that is exactly how I've been feeling. I used to be scared to try and do well because whenever I did something good as a kid, whenever I performed and did well in something, there were people that would go, well, it's because you've got good genetics. Like, an example of this is I've always been in reasonably good shape. And I have friends that say, you just have good genetics, or it's just because you're short, or it's just because you grew up like that, or it's just because you have a gym at home. It's because of the advantages that you have. I don't have those advantages, therefore that is why I don't have that thing. That's why I've not achieved that. And that is true. All of that is true. Yes, I have advantages because I have a gym at my house and I'm shorter, so it's easier for me to put on muscle mass. All that stuff makes a difference. And so what? But I used to care. When they said that, I was like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. So I should feel bad that I have achieved what I wanted to achieve and they haven't, because I had the advantages and they didn't. My fault. And I took that and it's kind of played on my mind a little bit when I think about starting a business or doing well or getting a good job, or even just like when my parents offer for me to meet someone or for me to go to some sort of thing where I can network with someone and get an opportunity. I have this subconscious thought in the back of my mind where I'm like, that's a privilege, that's an advantage. I don't want that advantage for some reason. I don't want it, because then if I do end up achieving it and becoming really good in that area, people will say, oh, it's just because he had good parents. It's just because he was privileged. It was because he's middle class. It's because he's white. It's because he's straight. It's because he's a guy. They're the only reason. That's the only reason why he got there. And I used to think that because of those advantages, I shouldn't pursue those goals and stuff because it's expected and it's unfair on everyone else. And I'll again say it. Yes, I have advantages. I am possibly one of the most advantaged people that walk this earth. I'm straight, white, middle class guy. Doesn't get much more advantage than that. And so what? If I let other people's opinions and what they're going to say about me if I do well, if I let that be the reason why I don't achieve my goals, I'm giving control to other people. And the thing is, those other people, a lot of the time, they don't even exist. Most of the time, all the voices you hear that are judging you and whatever, it boils down from a big crowd of people just to really one or two specific people in your life that you care about and that their opinions matter to you. And if they said those things, and maybe they do say those things, you feel bad and you let them take control of that situation, because ultimately you're thinking about what they would say, and you're saying, I'm not going to do that thing anymore because that's what they would say. And I've done this so much, and I'm sick of it. I'm sick of being controlled by people that don't exist, but then also the people that I care about, or that I'm friends with, or that I'm related to, that ultimately they're probably not even thinking that. They're probably not even saying that. Most of it's in your head. But even when they do say it, who gives a fuck? Why let that person take control of the outcome you want? If you want to be rich and successful and famous, and someone's saying, and you think if you got there, someone would say, it's because they had these advantages, or it's because they were this or that, or it's because of their parents. Who the fuck cares? That is something I've struggled with for a long time. I've been scared of what other people would say. And when hearing this quote, these are the cards you're dealt, play them, it just opened up to me. It made it so obvious that none of that shit matters. None of what they say matters. None of what they're going to think, or they're going to talk to other people about you later on if you achieve your goals. It'll be irrelevant. You'll have your goal, you'll be where you want to be, and that is what's going to matter. And I am tired of being scared to play the cards I'm dealt, because it would be unfair to other people who don't have those cards. But in not playing the cards I have, I sit here and I don't achieve my goals, and that makes me stressed and unhappy, and it's time to stop that shit. So yeah, if you feel like you have advantages in life, and it goes both ways as well. If you have disadvantages, so what? Everyone's got disadvantages. Everyone's got advantages. It's about playing the cards you've got and trying to win the game that you want to play, not the game that other people want you to play. That sounded so bad.